Hi everybody, I'm Lia, creator of Be The Method, and I'm going to walk you through a few different exercises to activate your deep core muscles. That means the deep transverse muscle, which is this wrapping corset muscle, deep pelvic floor, lower abdominals, and seeing how they all connect. So we're going to start by laying down onto your back. We're going to find a neutral pelvis and a neutral spine, and we're going to take the ball behind your left knee. So we're going to take your hands behind your head, tiny curl looking up to your core, and right knee into tabletop. We're going to start by just dipping this leg down and lift. So while we're in this position, the most important thing is to keep a neutral pelvis and a neutral spine. So we're going to try not to collapse into the back. We're going to try not to arch the spine, keep the ribs in, and breathe. Very important. And let's keep going. So just little mini movements. If you have any sort of neck strain, you can always do this with your back flat onto the floor. It's equally effective. And let's do a few more here. And two more. And one more. We're going to come back to center and take the ball behind the opposite knee. So we're going to do about 30 seconds each. Tiny lift up through the upper body and then start to dip. So starting to feel how we can activate the core. You can feel this nice wrapping muscle here. Find some really big depth in the body. We're going to try to stabilize yourself onto the floor. So we want to try to prevent ourselves from shifting forward and back, really grounding the tailbone and the shoulders. Let's do a few more. And two more. Good. Last one. Now we're going to take the ball back behind your left knee for this next exercise. Same positioning here, same neutral spine, tiny lift, but we're going to start to do some circles with this leg, creating a little external rotation, testing the deep oblique muscles as well. Tiny circles. I want you to try to find some stability through this right leg. So the right leg stays there, just the left leg is moving. Let's do a couple more. And then we're going to go into the reverse. So what we want to think about here as we're activating the deep core is how everything is connected together. My entire method really focuses on deep core activation and how it supports the rest of the body. So while we're in this position, feel as though you can maybe connect into the glutes a little bit by anchoring the tailbone down. Let's do a couple more here. And one more. Let's switch legs. At any point, you can drop that head down if your neck feels uncomfortable. Start to circle. So we're isolating one leg. We're finding a nice external rotation, testing your core strength here as we're continuing this movement. You're going to start to feel how supported you can feel through this transverse. Also finding how you can connect a little bit into the low abdominals. Let's do one more, and then let's go into the reverse. Breathing through here too. We're going to find some energy out of your toes. We're going to try not to point the toes, try not to flex. We want to continue that energy out through your leg. Let's do a couple more. And then one more. Awesome. Let's grab onto the ball. We're going to take the ball between your knees. We're going to plant your feet down for our third exercise. Hands are down by your side. We're going to slowly start to peel yourself up into a bridge. And now when we take this bridge, we want to unclench the glutes. We want to lead with the low abdominals so that we really activate the core first. And then we're going to give the ball just a little mini tiny squeeze. Inner thighs, pelvic floor activate in that way. We're going to start to go into circles. And we're going to switch from side to side. So we're feeling this little rotation through the center of your body. You're going to feel how this deep core exercise also gets the inner thighs fired up, also the glutes here as well. And when we're looking at positioning here, try to keep your knees in line with your hips. So the knees are going to stay nice and stable. Tiny circles. And always thinking about how you can lead from the core. So we don't want to make this just a glute exercise. We want to add all the pieces together. You're thinking core rotates you, lifts you up through the center, and then around. Let's do a couple more. And last one. And then slowly peel down, one vertebrae at a time, down to the floor. We're going to slowly lift yourself up, and we're going to flip yourself around and get yourself into a quadruped position. So ball stays between the knees, and your hands are going to go underneath your shoulders. So in this position, we just did neutral pelvis on the floor. Now we're gonna find it in the quadruped, so it's not a tuck, it's not an arch, it's right through the center in neutral, soft elbows, tiny squeeze of the ball with your toes tucked underneath, and we're gonna do a little mini hover and drop it down. We're gonna lead with the core again. So you're thinking core is gonna lift you up, head is in line with the spine, elbows are nice and soft here, so you're getting some nice upper body strength, feeling how the lats are connected to the core. So we're gonna treat every exercise as if it's full body, especially as we progress through the end of this series. Activating deep core to lift, you're giving that ball a slight squeeze, so you think inner thighs, pelvic floor, obliques, transverse abdominis. Make sure you're breathing as well. Think energy out of your tailbone and out of your head as well. Let's do 2 more. And then we have 1 more here. And then we're gonna drop the knees down. Now we're gonna take the ball into your left hand. We're gonna make sure that both shoulders are on top of your wrist here. And we're gonna flatten your left foot, extend through the right leg, find length out through this leg, connecting all of the pieces here on this last move, tiny circles. We're gonna feel how you have deep core strength here. You're also getting that smile area underneath the glutes. Energy out through your toe. You're gonna feel how every little piece is now connected in a full body exercise. Let's go in reverse. Little mini movements here. And let's do a few more. Good. And then drop it down. We're gonna go over to the other side. So ball's underneath the right hand, both hands underneath your shoulders, finding your center alignment first, extending through the left leg, energy out through your toe, out through your head, tiny circles. So finding stability here, continuing that deep core activation. Let's do a few more. And then let's go into the reverse. Trying as best as you can to not wobble the body. So if you start to feel yourself shifting, you can make it a little bit slower. And let's do 3 and 2 and 1, dropping the knee down, sitting yourself all the way back into a child's pose. Just one last little stretch. Deep inhale and exhale. And then we're going to slowly roll up 1 vertebrae at a time. And you're all done. It's 5 exercises for deep core activation. Great job.